Clayton County Public Schools. Clayton County 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 Schools. We're the best. 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 We're the best.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of Superintendent's Report. With us, as always, of course, is our school superintendent, Dr. Edmund T. Heatley. Thank you for being with us.
My pleasure.
We have a lot to talk about. It's been a while. We've got a new school year underway, so let's just jump right into it. First of all, what are your thoughts on the new school year? How are things going?
So far, so good. I mean, I think we had the best opening this year that we've had since I've been here. We also have an increase of number of students. Last year, we ended with 50,568 students. We currently have 51,209 students.
It's pretty significant.
That is very significant.
And how do we adjust? I assume that we were planning for about the same number that we ended with last year. How do we adjust to accommodate those additional students?
We call the process leveling. And what happens is we go through 20 days where we exit those students who don't show up, obviously add in the students who do, and then make sure that the staffing that was projected for each school is sufficient. Sometimes you have to add staffing, sometimes you have to move staffing from one school to another school, and that has been done. And I believe that process has also been the smoothest since we've been here. Every year the goal is to get better and better. Think about this. Students came to school after a nice summer in uniform and ready to learn. Teachers returned to school after a summer of training, ready to teach and take care of students. Administrators came in after a summer of training, ready to take care of staff and students and communities. And so we can't do anything worse than be successful.
Right.
So I think it's going to be an awesome year.
Good. And what is the district's focus this year? What are our main goals and objectives this year?
Our main goal will always be academic success, increasing our academic success or student achievement while eliminating and or decreasing the student achievement gap. We want to make sure that we have literacy across the curriculum. We want to make sure that we do a better job of integrating our technology into our classrooms. What that really means is teaching students where they are, not where we are. You know, our students come to us very technology savvy, and so we want to capitalize on their abilities and make sure we can move them into the 22nd century.
Yeah, I know a lot of times our generation winds up learning a lot from that generation. Even our interns that come in oftentimes teach me things that I didn't know about programs that I use every day. So it's sort of a back and forth, give and take kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The more you empower a student to take control or ownership of their education, the much more they achieve, and quickly, or much more quickly I should say, we can close and eliminate this achievement gap we have.
Okay. It seems like our business community, more and more at every event, they're involved. There are government offices that are always at different events. There are certain businesses that we always fall back on or that we can always count on to be there for us. How important is that involvement with the community, the businesses, the local government? How important is that involvement to the school system?
Let's just steal a coined phrase from whatever credit card company it was. It's priceless. You cannot do better than pay it forward. And I believe that's what the community is doing. When you make an investment in your students, you're making an investment into your county. So as Clayton County Public School goes, so will the county of Clayton. And so you asked about the business partners. We think it's paramount. When business partners are here and they see what happens on a daily basis, they can then say to us, this is what we look for in an entry-level employee. We can make sure our students meet those requirements. This is what we look for in order to be promoted in our industry. We can make sure that happens. A big thing is problem solving, critical thinking, being able to see past the immediate into the future. Right. So the more they're here, they learn what happens in the school system. And then it also allows them to go back and create internships and partnerships for our young people when they're off or in the evening times, that they can come and expand their learning at the same time. It's just an awesome thing to see, as you will see on Principal Partnership for a Day.
And that kind of leads into the next thing that I was going to ask you about, is that Principal Partner Day, because there are a lot of people out there who still don't know. I think this is the second year we've done that.
This is our second year.
Explain sort of what that is all about.
What that is, truly, we go out into the business community, businesses, our elected officials, our governmental agencies. They come in and they walk in the shoes of a principal for a day. Really a half a day, but when they're finished, they're so tired, it seems like a full day. But what it does, again, it gives them a more in-depth look at what school administration is, what the day-to-day operations are that happen in a school. Everything from when the students are getting off the bus, going in to eat breakfast, going into homeroom, going into class, how classes are being taught, how technology is being integrated, how teachers and students interact, how students and students interact, what happens with volunteers, the need for volunteers, and how our students respond to company. And I say company, or our volunteers, are those from the public that come into the school sites every day.
And I believe that this year, because I was talking with Miss Bernot, who is our community liaison, and I believe she said this year that there would be sort of a flip-flop on that some of our principals would go to the businesses and spend time with them.
That is correct. We issued a challenge that I thought was accepted wholeheartedly by our business partners. And the challenge is this: as you come in to be a principal for a day, please think about it and consider inviting the principal to come and walk a day in your shoes as well. Because the same is true. We can go out and see what entry-level employees do, what middle management does, how it takes to progress through the system, what things are needed in the school system to ensure that our economic development thrives. And, you know, again, the school system is a big part of economic development in any county, but especially here in Clayton County.
We have seen and we hear a lot about, and of course the legislature still has some issues to solve, but I know they're making cuts in the Hope Scholarship Program, and that means that a lot of our students that might have been able to depend on that in the past are now going to need to explore some other scholarship options. And I know that there's a big push this year. Is it $50 million?
Yes,
is that
sir.
what we're going for?
At least.
Talk to me about that, how you came up with that.
Well, the $50 million challenge, as we call it, is really an opportunity for our counselors, our teachers, our administrators, to educate our students, our parents, and our community on other scholarship opportunities. We've had the ability to rely on Hope, but again, as you stated, they've changed the requirements. But that does not mean that anybody, especially here in Clayton County, that wants to go on to college cannot go. So we just have to be more creative. We have to go out and we have to find additional opportunities, and thus the challenge. Go out and find $50 million worth of scholarships for our students. Help them find them, help them apply for them, make sure they have all the requirements for them, make sure that parents understand that there's other viable options on paying for and getting to college. So that's what we want. We all say we want to make sure every student has an opportunity to go to college. Well, some won't go if they don't have the money. So let's not make that an issue. So let's go out and find the money.